problem. According to Sanut, about 2 out of 10 adolescents suffer from obesity in Yucatan. For this reason, we want a system that help Yucatecan adolescents to keep track of good health habits. Our motivation. Our main motivation is to be able to help generate healthy habits that adolescents carry out every day to reduce the problem. For each release, we consider a stage to encompass important tasks and process. For feast delivery has 2 stages. In the first stage, the problem way was defined. Questionnaire and interview were created for the collection of the information. The information was collected. Different type of analysis we use for the information collect. With the information collect, people and scenario we create, the organization of the team was planning of the activities. In the second stage, system requirement we create. For the second delivery has third stage, where a methodology is defined to be able to design the requirement, improve non-functional requirement, quality attribute were defined, prototype were designed. In the last delivery has the final stage, where the usability test protocol was designed, usability metrics are defined, prototype have been improved, the established usability metric we applied, usability test we carry out.
Stage 1. In this stage, the aim was to understand the context of the problem, creating prototypes for data collection, applying the prototypes to obtain the data, and finally, with information obtained, create persona. First, we had a problem in define user. Later, we analyzed the define which information collection instrument was going to help use. For a project, we chose the questionnaires and interviews. The questionnaires help use to obtain the quantitative information and the interviews for quality information. Later, we collect information. Finally, the information obtained was analysis and the people will create with their respective scenarios. As product, we have the interviews that were 5 questions and the questionnaires that were 12 questions. As a result, we have a different graph where the data was analyzed. Finally, with this analysis, the persona who were a 17 years old boy and 15 years old girls we create.
Stage 2, here we can find the analysis of the information, the creation of user requirements, functional requirements, and non-functional requirements. The process, a qualitative analysis was made on the results of the interviews and a qualitative analysis on the questionnaires. Based on the results of the analysis, the functional and non-functional requirements were created and the usability attributes were established. Here we can see the functional requirements. These are grouped by requirements, settings, profiles, reminders, information, routines, schedules, and food recipe. Also, we can see in the non-functional requirements, and this one was a mix. We choose 2 requirements, functional requirements, and we select the non-functional requirements, the usability attributes. So we did the traceability of this one.
Stage 3. Prototyping. Process. 1. A model was followed that was created called requirements to UX, where different steps were established in order to reach a final prototype. 2. Finally, low fidelity but functional prototypes were created. Process 1. A model was followed that was created called requirements to UX, where different steps were established in order to reach a final prototype. 2. Finally, low fidelity but functional prototypes were created. Based on the requirements obtained by the users, we designed the interface. A prototype was made using Figma as our tool for low fidelity designs.
Prototype testing. In order to start with this stage, a usability test protocol was created. Here the main requirement and the usability attributes to be evaluated were established. The metrics and their acceptance levels was created. The tests were performed on 5 teenagers who are within our target population. The metrics were evaluated to have a result. Our product was usability test protocol, usability attributes, a template of the testing, satisfaction questionnaire, in addition, due to several factors, we found it necessary to change the way we evaluate and analyze the information, leaving behind the traditional metric previously established. Through the course of the semester, we encountered several changes that we gradually solved in order to reach the expected goal of the project. A brief description of the product and the things that are being developed are interview, persona, requirements, design method, and usability protocol.